I am the best welterweight in the entire world. But you guys have not heard me. Fight after fight, my heart is the last thing to walk out of that ring. It's my heart. Y'all seen it every fight.
Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide, where we talking nothing but this boxing, man. Hey, listen, man, first off, I want to welcome everybody to the channel. And if you're new here, I want you to be here. So think about hitting that subscribe button as we stay knee deep into this boxing conversation, man. Good God, did you hear Showtime Shawn Porter, man? Showtime Shawn Porter is on one. You know what I'm saying? He is on one. He is talking about, you know, how he is the best welterweight in the game right now. And the question is, do you agree with him or not, man? You know, once I heard this interview, shout out to Boxing Social for getting the interview. I started thinking back, man. Shawn Porter has put in a lot of work at welterweight. If you look at his resume, Shawn Porter has fought everybody. You know, and one thing that he mentioned in the interview that, you know, I can agree with is that, you know, although he had, you know, some tough losses, you know, in his championship fights, Shawn Porter was in every single fight. You know what I mean? It was a point in a fight where you don't know who's winning. Those are the type of fights that Shawn Porter is in, man. Shawn Porter also talked about his heart. He talked about having a championship will, and you know, you got to have it not only in the ring but outside of the ring. Check out Shawn Porter, man.
Talk about it. They all think they got it. It shows up every fight I'm in, and y'all have seen it in every fight I've been in. I have the heart, not of a lion, not of a dog, the heart of a real professional boxing champion. That's what I have. And guess what? That heart ain't just when you in the ring on the fight night. The heart shows up when you don't have a fight date. When your team recognizes, hey man, you got to keep moving. You got to keep staying strong, staying fit. And you make a conscious, mature decision to do just that. Instead of being out in the streets, instead of being in the clubs and the casinos, I'm right here in it, but I'll never go to it. Why? Because my heart is a heart of a champion. That's why you see me out here running 800s, 400s, 200s. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's hard.
I mean, you got to admire, you know, a guy like that, a guy who is constantly thinking of his craft, who is constantly preparing, not only mentally, but physically, man. Shawn Porter's out there, you know, training and running. He don't got to fight. You know, the holidays is coming up. He don't expect to fight until March, April of next year. But Shawn Porter is training. This is what we talk about when we say living the fighter's lifestyle, man. Shawn Porter talked about, you know, he don't hang out and go to the clubs, and he don't blow up, you know, in between fights. You know, Shawn Porter is living the life of a world champion. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the reason why Shawn Porter was able to get up when Errol Spence knocked him down in that 11th round, you know, because of that championship heart and because of his strong work ethic. You know, Shawn Porter is a rare one, man. He is very rare, you know. Fight with Spence, I think, gave him a lot more confidence, you know, that, you know, to know in himself that, yes, I belong here. Yes, I went toe to toe with who the fans say, who the public say, the insiders. Everybody said this guy was the cream of the crop. And I can honestly say that I went in there toe to toe with this guy, and I feel I won. You know, the judges gave it to him, but I feel I won. This is Shawn Porter's mentality, man. And, you know, he says he wants that fight again. He says, you know, Terrence Crawford, he already said that he'll fight Terrence Crawford. If they, you know, agree to a fight, they'll sit down and talk about it, and then they'll get it on, man. Shawn Porter is a guy who will fight anybody. He proved that already, man. You know, there ain't a whole lot of politicking that Team Porter's going to do. Excuse me. He's not going to price himself out, and you know, he's not one of those guys who, you know, puts a hold on things because he's trying to say the business don't make sense. Shawn Porter's team will make the business make sense, man. I got a lot of respect for Showtime Shawn Porter, man. I'm one of those guys who I thought Errol Spence was going to go in there and beat him more convincingly. I knew it was going to be a tough fight, but I did think Errol Spence would, show another level, show that he was on another level than Shawn Porter, and get a clear, decisive victory, man. But although the victory was, it was clear. A lot of people don't see it as clear. Some people say Shawn Porter won, but the point I'm making is that Shawn Porter is one of the best welterweights. He says he is the best, and you gotta ask yourself, is he the best? When you look at the way he approached the game. He lost a very close fight to Errol Spence. He lost a very close fight to Keith Thurman, and he lost a very close fight earlier in his championship run to Kell Brook, man. But all those fights, Shawn Porter, he showed that he was in there. You know what I'm saying? He showed that he wasn't going nowhere and that he wanted to be world champion. Now he came up short in those three instances, but Shawn Porter laid it all on the line, man. You got guys in the PBC like these other top welterweights who I rock with, who I like, who I admire, like Thurman, Spence, Garcia, Pacquiao. Those guys have not fought each other, but Shawn Porter has fought them all. You understand what I'm saying? Shawn Porter has fought them all, and Terrence Crawford, as great as he is, man, he's not going to be able to put a stamp on his greatness because he's not going to get the fights unless he get from up under Top Rank and Bob Barrow, man. And I don't see him doing that anytime soon, man. There's the pictures of Errol Spence came out yesterday. Was making a lot of noise, and people speculating and gossiping and running back, and just because of a picture, man. A picture, sometimes they say a picture says 1,000 words, but that picture right there really doesn't tell us anything about Errol Spence's career. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he comes back. Hopefully, he's in the right state of mind. I wish him a speedy recovery. I wish him the best. Spence is the truth. In my opinion, Spence is the most dominating welterweight there is. I respect Shawn Porter. I like what he said, but until proven otherwise, I think Errol Spence is the best welterweight. If you think back to what Derek James spoke of in the interview last week, I believe it was, I forget who the guy was interviewing him, but he talked about different styles, different elements to Errol Spence's game. He talked about how leading up to the Mikey Garcia fight, everybody was saying, Spence is just a big brute. He can't box. All he can do is go in there and try to mow Mikey Garcia down. And what did Errol Spence do? He threw a curveball. He went in there and he boxed brilliantly, man. He showed that, he can fight off the back foot, the front foot. He has good lateral movement. His 1-2 was on point. His jab couldn't miss that night. You understand what I'm saying? Kell Brook, Errol Spence went in there and broke Kell Brook down, man. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence went in there with Shawn Porter, and he could have fought him like he fought Mikey Garcia, boxing and moving. And I think that would have been an easier fight for him. But no, Errol Spence went in there and he fought Shawn Porter's fight, just like Derek James said. He fought Shawn Porter's fight. He went there, he went toe-to-toe with Shawn Porter, and he beat him out of his own game. It was a very close fight, but Shawn Porter was in the fight the whole night, the whole way. But Errol Spence, he beat Shawn Porter by fighting his own fight, man. Although Shawn Porter is a very, very good welterweight, a solid welterweight, and after Errol Spence, I think Shawn Porter has a good case, man. I think Shawn Porter has a very good case, I think Terrence Crawford, he's losing steam, he's losing steam because he's not fighting the type of fights that the public wants to see. He's not having the type of challenges that people can look at and say, okay, he really is that guy. You know what I'm saying? He's not having those fights, so people are doubting whether he really is the best fighter. A lot of people, and I know I've had Terrence Crawford on my number one on my pound for pound list for a while now. But I'm starting to, when I sit back and think about it, man. Terrence Crawford got to fight somebody elite. He has to fight somebody who's gonna come to the ring with just as many tools in their toolbox that he has. You know what I'm saying? And we got to see him work off of that. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to seeing what the future holds for the welterweight division. I still think it is the hottest division in boxing. You have young guys coming up, man. You have young guys coming up. Jerron Boots Ennis from Philadelphia, PA all day. Y'all know what it is, baby. He's looking good. He's got 20-something fights in the bag, man. It's only momentarily he's gonna break out. He's going to break out and be right in front of you and be right up in the mix. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's going to do good in this mix, man. But listen, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in to Big Faces Worldwide. You can catch me right here on YouTube by hitting that subscribe button, hitting that bell icon so you can be notified when I'm dropping more videos. Also, go over to Instagram, go over to Twitter, and type in Big Faces Worldwide, all one word, and subscribe, man. You'll find me over there chopping it up, talking boxing, posting videos, retweeting real good news in boxing, man. But yeah, that's it, man. I appreciate y'all. In the meantime and in between time, stay blessed and keep on supporting this sport that we love called boxing. Peace. Holla back.